Welcome back to the channel, and in this video we're gonna list the rappers with the most youth influence by year. Now before we continue, I want to be clear on youth influence. I'm not referring to club influence, I'm not referring to street influence, I'm not referring to trap influence, I'm not referring to pain music influence, I'm not referring to emo rappers, conscious music rappers, struggle music rappers. It's youth influence. Everybody got it? All right. Youth influence. For the years 1985 to 1987, I'm giving it to LL Cool J. LL Cool J and Run DMC helped popularize a look in the 80s where they would wear bucket hats and rope chains. LL was in his late teenage years during this time. He was also very successful with his debut and sophomore albums where they both went platinum. For the year 1988, I'm giving it to Eazy-E. Now, Eazy-E helped popularize West Coast culture, and he was also part of the legendary group NWA. See, Eazy and NWA had a more gangster street persona during a time where Public Enemy and Run DMC had a more mainstream look. And in '88, he dropped his debut album that went 2 times platinum, man. Rest in peace to Eazy-E. For the year 1989, I'm giving it to the Fresh Prince. Now, before Will Smith became a TV icon because of his hit show Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, he was making hits like parents just don't understand. He also had his own distinctive look as far as style goes, where he would wear cool hip clothes compared to groups like Run DMC and NWA. For the year 1990, I'm giving it to Ice Cube. In 1990, he dropped his solo album. Now, NWA had a specific look. Baseball caps, black and white pictures, and Ice Cube took that same look to his solo career, and that helped him maintain a youth audience. For the year 1991, I'm giving it to Tupac. In '91, Tupac dropped his first album, Tupacalypse, which featured one of his most famous singles, Brenda's Got a Baby. Now in '92, he starred in one of the greatest high school movies in black cinema history, Juice. That Bishop role was iconic. Now remember, this is a youth influence list, so what better way to influence the youth than to star in a high school movie? For the year 1992, I'm giving it to Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre was a part of the iconic hip-hop group NWA, and in 1992, he dropped his debut album, The Chronic, which went on to go 3 times platinum. This album went on to become very influential to West Coast culture. For the year 1993, I'm giving it to Snoop Dogg. In 1993, Snoop came out with his debut album, Doggy Style, which at the time was one of the most commercially successful hip-hop debut albums of all time. See, Snoop appealed to a younger audience because of his age, and he went through a very public murder trial. This was a highly publicized case, and we all know your cool points go up when you catch a body. See, Snoop, along with Dr. Dre, introduced the world to a specific type of West Coast rap called G-Funk, and his music videos were a cool representation of West Coast culture. See, Snoop was the first global rapper who was also known for being a gang member. For the year 1994, I'm giving it to the Notorious B.I.G. Now in this year, he dropped his debut album, Ready to Die. See, this album, classic, went on to go 6 times platinum. Now I think the biggest influence Biggie had on the youth was his rap style, his cadence, his delivery. He came in with a new style that a lot of people gravitated towards. For the year 1995, I'm giving it right back to Tupac. See, by the mid-90s, he had been in iconic movie roles like Above the Rim and Poetic Justice. See, if you want to appeal to younger audiences like Pac, Being in popular films help. He also played guest roles in television shows like A Different World. I mean, he went to prison. He had also joined Death Row Records with Suge Knight and Snoop Dogg. Pac was also a heartthrob for teenage girls in the 90s. And unfortunately, in 96, he was gunned down and he passed away. For the year 1996, I'm giving it to Nas. Now, by this time in Nas's career, he was a highly respected MC and lyricist. And in 1996, he dropped his sophomore album, It Was Written. This album went on to go 3 times platinum. Until this day, it's his highest selling album of his career. For the year 1997, I'm giving it to Mase. See, Mase was one of the first ladies man, chick magnet, heartthrob type rappers. Homie had the cool, suave, laid back type influence. And a lot of people who were in support of Biggie started to support Mase because they were on the same label. Back then, Bad Boy Records was the MJ of hip hop labels. So Mase, man, he was just a cool rapper. And we all know kids are influenced by what's cool. For the year 1998, I'm giving it to Jay-Z. Now, Jay-Z is one of the most accomplished hip-hop artists of all time. And in 1998, he dropped the most successful album of his career, Hard Knock Life Volume 2. This album went on to go 6 times platinum. And he also became very influential with the youth for his clothing line, Rocawear. For the year 1999, I'm giving it to Eminem. Eminem came out with the gold hair, white t-shirt, had the tats on him. And I don't know if people peeped this, but a lot of his early music videos had comedic relief in them. His first album, the Slim Shady LP, went on to sell like 6 million records. For the year 2000, I'm giving it to Nelly. The Band-Aid on the face? Everybody was rocking the Band-Aid on the face. I mean, Country Grammar went on to sell like 10 million records worldwide. You had songs like Country Grammar, E.I. I mean, homie was going crazy that year. And a couple years down the road, he had everybody rocking Air Force Ones. For the year 2001, I'm giving it to Bow Wow. Bow Wow was the youth representation for every teenager in America. One of his first singles, What's My Name? Bow Wow Wow, yippee yo, yippee yay, went platinum. Bow Wow had the braids. He was in the Like Mike movie. He was wearing the jerseys. He had all the girls chasing after him in music videos. Come on, man. You know I had to give Bow Wow a spot if I'm a stand on this youth influence list. So my apologies to Ludacris. He definitely deserves a spot, but I just couldn't find a year for him. For the year 2002, I'm giving it to Cam'ron. See, in 2002, Cam'ron had 2 platinum singles, Hey Ma and Oh Boy. And then, of course, he was in the group Dipset. Dipset during that time was known for their cool, suave, laid-back type style. And we just gotta keep it real. Cool sells to the youth. Man, Cam was popping out with the pink leather coats. He was doing collabs with Mariah Carey. The whole Dipset movement was dope, bro. Now we're in the year 2003, and I'm giving the 3-peat to 50 Cent. The moment that man dropped Upside Down from that In the Club music video, it was over with. I mean, come on. G-Unit Clothes gotta be damn near the most successful clothing line from a hip-hop artist we've ever seen. Man, when this dude dropped Get Rich or Die Trying, it felt like the whole world stopped. Hit after hit after hit after hit. In the Club, PIMP, Wanksta, If I Can't, 21 Question. 50 probably reached the greatest peak in hip-hop history. Hey, yo, 50, let me go ahead and get one of them years off for you, man, and give it to Ludacris, bro. I'm tripping. Hey, time out. Hold on. Y'all remember earlier how I said I couldn't find a spot for Ludacris? Yeah, I gotta go ahead and find a spot for Ludacris. Look, he dropped his album, Red Light District, this year. Look, man, I couldn't go out like that. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the list saying, how do you not include Ludacris? We all understood the influence he had. The comedic style video, similar to Eminem, right? The big hair. A lot of people wanted braids because of Luda. To be clear, I initially gave 2004 to 50. Because we all understand the prime of 50 Cent, the greatest peak of all time. But specifically, 50 did not drop an album in 2004. He didn't drop an EP in 2004. He didn't drop a mixtape in 2004. So I'm safe. I'm safe. Now we're in the year 2006, and I'm going to give it to T.I.P. In 2006, T.I. dropped his Grammy-nominated album, King. The album went multiple times platinum and spawned singles like What You Know and Top Back. The song What You Know also won a Grammy. See, Tip was on top of the world in 2006. He had everybody rocking the beanie to the side, the hat to the side. He also came up with the trap music genre that was starting to become really, really popular during this time with artists like Gucci Mane and Jeezy. But one of the biggest influences he had on the youth that year was his cult classic movie, ATL. That movie was a high school movie. Now we're in the year 2007, and I'm going to give it to Soulja Boy. Now, I know y'all probably laughing and kiki-keying. No. In 2007, when he came out with Crank That, he had the youth on lock. He had everybody hitting the Crank That. Let's not forget, he was the first hip-hop artist to turn up MySpace. He was turned up on MySpace, YouTube, any social media app during that time. Soulja was on it. And that's how y'all know I stick true to this youth influence angle. You just had to have been there, man. Everybody was hitting that dance. Now we in the year 2008, and I'm going to give the three-peat to Lil Wayne. From 2006 to like 2011-12, Lil Wayne ran the rap game. That dude had one of the greatest runs, if not the greatest run. Matter of fact, forget that. He had the greatest run in hip-hop history. Every feature he was on, platinum, gold, hit after hit after hit after hit. I mean, you can even go back to the Carter 1, the Carter 2. But when he started dropping them mixtapes, it was over with. But yeah, man, 2008, he came out with his most successful album to date, the Carter 3. Man, that joint went 8 times platinum. Got a diamond single on there and Lollipop. Man, we talking about Wayne here, bro. Wayne? Weezy? The Dedication mixtapes, the Drought mixtapes, No Ceiling in 2009. I mean, Weezy, if we being real, he don't need no introduction. For the year 2011, I'm going to give it to Wiz Khalifa. See, Wiz was very successful during this time. Famously known for smoking, in 2011, he dropped the most successful album of his career, Rolling Papers. He also starred along Snoop Dogg in the movie Mac and Devin Go to High School. For the year 2012, I'm going to give it to Chief Keef. See, Chief and his music videos were the first rappers in the social media era to point guns at the camera. I mean, the introduction of Fredo Santana, Little Reese, O-Block, hell, the whole Chicago drill scene. When this dude got famous, I started seeing dreadheads everywhere. I live in Texas. See, his biggest influence was the dreads. Shout out to Waka Flocka Flame for starting that movement, but Keef had the youth on lock. Man, I live in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. We're supposed to be wearing shags and fully fades and boosies and tapers and webbies. Chief Keef got famous. All of a sudden, you start seeing dreads everywhere. All of a sudden, everybody was smoking on their op. Bro, just look around the music scene. We're seeing drill movements everywhere. I mean, it's a drill in New York, Jacksonville, LA, Dallas, Houston. Chief Keef definitely started that shit. Oh yeah, and just to be clear about the success of Chief Keef during that time, Don't Like went 2 times platinum. Love Sosa went 5 times platinum. Hate Being Sober went 2 times platinum, all in 2012. For the year 2013, I'm going to give it to Future. Now, to me, Future's target audience was the club, was 20-year-olds. But let's be real, his influence stretched from the ages 14 to 35. Y'all know damn well he had teenagers out here popping pills and sipping lean.
Sensational.
For the year 2014, I'm gonna give it to Young Thug. See, Young Thug is famously known for influencing the youth with words like slap and slime. And in 2014, he dropped one of his hit singles, Stoner. For the year 2015, I'm gonna give it to Kodak. But I remember during that time, everybody kept talking about how he was a Haitian. See, I don't know if y'all seen the movie Shotters, but Kodak was the first famous representation we had of Haitians. And I think everybody had a gangster perception of Haitians. And here came Kodak. And I think Kodak may have popularized this smile pose. You know how they be? I think that was Kodak, bro. Now, we all know what Cardi B did with Kodak's debut song, No Flockin'. She remixed it, called it Bodak Yellow, and she blew up. For the year 2016, I'm going to give it to 21 Savage. This was the year he came out with one of his hit songs, Red Ops, and one of my favorite 21 songs, X. See, these two hits were big singles in 2016. See, the thing with 21, when he came out, he had his own look, right? He had the tattoos on his face, but he was also dominating the Billboard chart. And trust me, that's hard to do with an image like that and music like that. Homie is making gangster music going 2, 3, 4 times platinum. For the year 2017, I'm going to give it to NBA YoungBoy. And listen, the run this dude had, platinum mixtapes, platinum albums, platinum singles, EPs, YouTube records. Homie was like the most viewed artist in YouTube history. Got platinum albums like Until Death Call My Name, Top, Sincerely Cantrell, mixtapes like AI YoungBoy, AI YoungBoy 2. You know what it is? I got it. YoungBoy cornered the YouTube market. He was dropping music videos on YouTube like every week. So you know what happened? Kids kept watching him. And they kept on getting hypnotized by watching him over and over. YouTube video after YouTube video. Album after album. Singles, EPs, features. They kept watching YoungBoy, bro. And it just became this clones and Android. I was doing YouTube back then. I saw this firsthand. When it comes to influence on behalf of NBA YoungBoy, we can go on and on and on. I personally believe that the youth and the kids of those generations that grew up on him, they took his whole identity, the way he walked, the way he talked, the way this dude stand. For the year 2018, I'm going to give it to Lil Baby. Now, Lil Baby is widely regarded as one of the greatest rappers of this generation. And in 2018, he dropped 2 smash singles, Drip Too Hard and Yes Indeed. For the year 2019, I'm going to give it to Blueface. See, the thing with Blueface is he has a very large female youth audience. See, the thing about youth influence is not only young men, but it's young women too. We all saw Blueface stop rapping and become very successful in reality television. That's because his young female audience followed him to reality television. For the year 2020, I'm going to give it to DaBaby. Now, DaBaby had one of the greatest runs in hip-hop during this time. And in 2020, he dropped the most successful song of his career, Rockstar, featuring Roddy Ricch. For the year 2021, I'm going to give it to Poo Shiesty. This dude had every teenager in America rocking the Shiesty mask. Bro, they banned that mask in certain cities.
Ski masks are illegal in many public places in Philadelphia. The controversial ban automatically became law today, and there's plenty of reaction tonight.
Ski masks and face coverings became household items during COVID, but now one Atlanta City Councilman wants to ban facial coverings as a way to reduce crime.
In Nassau County, Executive Bruce Blakeman signed a bill into law today banning masks and face coverings.
For the year 2023, I'm going to give it to Lil Durk. I think it was 2022 and 2023 that Lil Durk went back and forth with YoungBoy. that was definitely a big deal. But the thing about Durk, he had been doing his thing for a couple years by this time. He had pretty much been recognized as the face of Chicago. But yeah, the gold hair, OTF became a big thing. The beef with YoungBoy. Durk is one of those artists you gotta give a year to. Appreciate everybody for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Look, man, leave a comment on the rappers that influenced you when you was in high school, man. Look, we trying to get to it. Leave a like, leave a comment. ZO in high school, man. We out the building.